My partner cheated on me with my best friend. It was a Thursday. I remember because I just finished meal prepping chicken tacos, his favorite, when I heard his car pull into the driveway. I wiped my hands on my apron, glanced at the clock, 6:17 p.m., earlier than usual, and smiled. Maybe we'd finally watch that documentary he'd been putting off. But when he walked in, he didn't hug me, didn't even look at me, just mumbled, "Long day," and disappeared into the shower. I froze, staring at the steam seeping under the bathroom door. His phone buzzed on the counter, again, the third time this week. The red flags started small. First, it was the perfume, Lily of the Valley, sweet and sharp, not mine. I noticed it on his collar 2 months ago. Must have brushed against someone at work, he'd said, shrugging. Then the sudden overtime, the way he'd angle his phone screen away. The way Jessica, my best friend since college, stopped dropping by unannounced. She's been busy with her new job, I told myself, even as my gut twisted. Last weekend, we met for brunch. Jessica ordered mimosas, but barely sipped hers. Her hands trembled when I joked about setting her up with Mark from accounting. "I'm seeing someone," she said, cheeks flushing. "It's complicated." I hugged her, thrilled she'd finally moved on from her toxic ex. But later, replaying it, I wondered, why wouldn't she tell me who? The iPad saved his Spotify login. I only wanted to play music while folding laundry. But when I opened the app, a notification popped up. "Jess. Tonight? Same place? Sent 9 minutes ago." My lungs emptied. I swiped up. His messages weren't synced. But his search history was. Hotels near downtown, how to delete iCloud backups, divorce laws in Ohio. I threw up in the kitchen sink. I confronted him at midnight. He'd been asleep, back turned when I flicked on the light. His guilty flinch said everything. "How long?" I asked, voice trembling. Silence. Then, quietly, 3 months. Jessica. His work trips, the perfume, all the times she'd hugged him a second too long. The pieces slammed together, sharp and bruising. "I'm sorry," he kept saying. "It just happened." I laughed. It just happened. As if they'd tripped and fallen into bed. I called her. She picked up on the first ring. "You knew," I hissed. "You knew I lost a pregnancy last year, that I blamed myself, that he was all I had left. You weren't enough for him," she snapped, voice breaking. "You were always so perfect. He needed someone real." The line went dead. I sat on our porch for hours, staring at the hydrangeas he'd planted for our anniversary. Their petals were browning at the edges. It's been a week. "You staying at his brother's?" Texts me novels about fighting for us. Jessica mailed back the necklace I gave her for her 30th, a silver locket with our initials. I hurled it into a gas station dumpster. "My sister says I should lawyer up. My therapist says I need to process the grief. But all I do is pace our empty house, replaying memories like a cursed highlight reel. Us slow dancing in the kitchen, him handing her a tissue at my dad's funeral, their stifled laughter in the next room at Christmas. Am I a fool for still loving him? TLDR. Caught my husband and best friend in a months-long affair. Now I'm drowning in anger, doubt, and the crushing weight of starting over." Chapter 5.